In a region already facing the impacts of rapid growth, regional instability, and climate change, water issues are putting extra pressure on countries across the Middle East. The water crisis has been identified as the greatest threat the region is least prepared for. Lebanon is often described as water-rich, probably because water is visible everywhere. However, Lebanon's water governance and infrastructure have suffered from neglect and damage through years of civil strife.
Water availability is below the threshold of water poverty, which is defined as lacking access to sufficient water of an adequate quality to meet basic needs. Nearly 1 in 3 Lebanese buys alternative sources of drinking water, and those who cannot afford to pay for water rely on poor quality water. Water quality in Lebanon is also deteriorating as a result of surface and underground water pollution. A typical example is the Litani River, which is the principal component in Lebanon's socio-economy. However, it suffers from high levels of pollution by receiving domestic and industrial wastewater, which is discharged untreated into the river.
To investigate the water issue, we asked random people about the water situation and sources of pollution in Lebanon. How can you describe the quality of water in Lebanon?
I think the quality of water in Lebanon is unfortunately very poor.
للأسف منا منيحة أبداً.
للأسف إنه عاطلة بس في تحسن.
هي منا منيحة أكيد.
طيب شو برأيك أكثر الأسباب يلي بتخلي الكواليتي أوف ووتر مش منيحة هون بلبنان؟
أكيد الكب الزبالة هيدا كتير بيأثر، بس يلي بضر أكتر أكيد هن المعامل يلي بتكب أشياء يعني لوازمها والأخبار اللي بتفوت ودغري بتتفاعل مع المي، أشياء الشيميك.
Poor planning, poor infrastructure, mix of sewage water and natural water that is used for household use or even for agriculture.
والعالم عم بتكب زبالة بالمي بالبحر.
مياه الصرف الصحي اللي بينزل فيها.
But the thing is that not in the sea itself, it's in the people.
As noticing from the previous interviews, there are two sources contributing to pollute water in Lebanon: solid and organic waste. And here we introduce the major consequences of such type of pollutants.
First, the effect of solid wastes. The high-risk group includes the population living close to a waste dump and those whose water supply has become contaminated either due to waste dumping or leakage from landfill sites have an increased risk of injuries, infections, and growth of microbial pathogens. Moving to the effects of organic wastes, first, we have the generation of greenhouse gases. When organic waste accumulates and decomposes in landfills, it produces methane, which is responsible for approximately 30% of global warming. Second, we have the generation of bad odors and infestations. Decomposing organic waste produces unpleasant odors, which in turn attracts infestations of insects and animals such as rats, mice, or bees. This can generate germs in the area and be the focus of infectious diseases.
Third, water and soil pollution. Organic waste can filter into water bodies, contaminating rivers, lakes, and underground aquifers. The accumulation of organic waste in the soil damages natural nutrients and negatively affects the quality of croplands. Fourth, loss of resources. Organic waste contains valuable nutrients that can be used as natural fertilizer or a basis for generating sustainable energy sources. Last but not least, impact on biodiversity. The pollution of water directly affects aquatic ecosystems, causing the loss of several endemic species.
Now, we will be presenting an interview done with Dr. Karen Asakir, who discussed with us some chemical approaches that can help purify Lebanon's water from organic and solid wastes, and thus can limit the significance of the mentioned consequences. Dr. Karen is a manager at LDISC for wastewater treatment, specialist in industrial and domestic wastewater treatment, and has a PhD in physical and molecular chemistry and nanomaterials.
We asked Dr. Asakir what methods can be used to purify water from organic and solid waste, and if there are chemical methods.
Not all of them. You have to know that in chemistry we have the as treatment solution. We have just coagulation, flocculation, filtration, and so on. But all of these are physical chemical processes. In chemistry, we have some solution. For example, the oxidation. We can consider it as a chemical process for treatment, but it's not popular. The photocatalytic oxidation is also a solution, but it's not successful. We can talk about the chlorination. Chlorination is an oxidation process also, but it's not safe. So in chemistry, we have to add chemical to physical and biological treatment to get what we want.
Next, we asked Dr. Asakir to explain filtration techniques and mention some types of it.
The filtration technique. Usually, if you have wastewater, for example, coming from an industry, you have to pass by filtration, but a big particle. Then we go to filtration, a small particle. This process happens in every wastewater, but you have to pass by filtration using fibers or using something that purify water. Like, for example, if you find biomass waste, use them as a filters. This way, you can get rid of organic waste in wastewater. This technique is very useful and can give results to some extent, very good results.
In conclusion, improving water quality is not only important for achieving SDG 6, but also it is a principal factor in order to achieve many other SDGs. Improving people's nutrition, ensuring healthy lives, improving the quality of education, and achieving sustainable energy do include achieving water security as an important step of their process. Therefore, improving water quality counts as a step towards the SDG 6, which in turn plays a crucial role in achieving the other SDGs.